Here's a fact you might overlook. Your forearms and wrists play a monumental role in your overall fitness and daily activities. Whether you're lifting weights, opening a jar, or throwing a punch, your forearms and wrists are always in action. They enhance your performance, augment your strength, and fortify your grip. Underestimating their importance is a common mistake, but one that can be rectified. So if you want to amplify your fitness game, developing those forearms and wrists is a must. Now, before we dive into the exercises, let's understand what makes up our forearms and wrists. The forearms are composed of several small muscles, each with their unique roles and functions. These muscles can be categorized into two groups: the flexors on the inside and the extensors on the outside. The flexor muscles located on the inside of your forearm are responsible for the flexing motion of your wrist and fingers. Whenever you're curling a weight, typing on a keyboard, or gripping an object, you're primarily using these muscles. Meanwhile, the extensor muscles are found on the outside of your forearm. They work to extend your wrist and fingers, opposing the action of the flexors. So when you're releasing a grip or straightening your hand, it's the extensor muscles at work. Now, what about the wrist? Well, the wrists don't contain any muscles at all, but are rather an intricate network of ligaments and bones. These structures work in harmony to provide a range of motion and stability, which is crucial in day-to-day activities and workouts. Understanding the anatomy of these areas is crucial because it helps us target our training more effectively. By knowing which muscles are responsible for different movements, we can choose exercises that specifically target those muscles, leading to more balanced and functional strength. Knowing your anatomy is the first step to targeted and effective training. Let's get ready to put this knowledge into action in the next segment. Jumping straight into heavy lifting, not so fast. A warm-up is crucial. It's like preheating an oven before baking. You wouldn't want to throw in your favorite cookies without preparing the oven first, would you? The same goes for your muscles. A dynamic warm-up, specifically targeting the forearm and wrist muscles, is essential to prevent injury and enhance performance. Think of it as a wake-up call for your muscles, getting them ready for the workout ahead. Start with some gentle wrist rotations, then move on to finger stretches. These simple moves will get the blood flowing and help increase flexibility. Then progress to forearm rotations and light wrist curls with a small weight to prepare your muscles for more intense exercises. A well-executed warm-up can increase muscle temperature, speed up your metabolism, and improve muscle elasticity. So don't skip this step. Remember, a good warm-up sets the stage for an effective workout. Now that you're warmed up, let's talk about a key principle for muscle growth: progressive overload. In simple terms, progressive overload means gradually increasing the stress placed upon your body during exercise. It's the foundation of muscle growth and strength gains, and it's crucial for developing those forearms and wrists. Think of it like leveling up in a video game. You start off with easier challenges, then as your skills improve, the game becomes more difficult. Your muscles work in a similar way. They adapt to the demands you place on them. So if you want your muscles to grow, you need to continuously challenge them by increasing the intensity of your workouts. This can be done by increasing the weight you're lifting, the number of repetitions you're doing, or even the speed at which you're performing the exercise. But remember, it's important to increase gradually to prevent injuries. Progressive overload, the secret sauce to continuous growth and development. Ready to sweat? It's time to dive into some effective forearm and wrist exercises. Let's kick things off with wrist curls. This is a fantastic move to target your flexor muscles. Picture yourself holding a dumbbell in your hand, palm facing upward. Slowly flex your wrist up and down, keeping your forearms steady. Now let's flip it around for reverse wrist curls. This time your palm faces down, working those extensor muscles. It's the yin to the wrist curls yang. Next up, farmer's walks. Imagine hoisting a pair of heavy dumbbells and walking in a straight line for a set distance. Sounds simple, right? But the magic is in the grip. Holding onto those weights works your forearm muscles like nothing else. Plus, it's a full-body workout bonus. Now, let's shake things up with some grip strength exercises. Picture a hand grip strengthener, those small but mighty devices you squeeze in your hand. This tool is a forearm game changer, working those muscles every time you give it a good squeeze. You can use it anywhere, anytime, making it a perfect addition to your fitness toolkit. But let's not forget about technique. Quality over quantity, always. For every exercise, control is key. Don't rush through the movements. Instead, focus on the muscle you're working. Feel it contract, then release. That's where the growth happens. Also, keep those wrists straight. A bent wrist can lead to injury, and we don't want that. Finally, don't skimp on the weights. If it's too easy, it's time to level up. Remember, your muscles grow when they're challenged, but know your limits. Too heavy and you'll compromise your form. Find that sweet spot where it's tough but doable. Remember, it's not about how many you do, but how well you do them. So take your time, focus on your form, and watch those forearms grow. Work those muscles hard? Great job. But remember, recovery is just as important. Now let's talk about the unsung heroes of your fitness journey: recovery and progress tracking. These are the elements that help you grow stronger, bigger, and better. So how do we ensure a good recovery after an intense forearm and wrist workout? Firstly, stretching. Post-workout stretching is crucial to maintain flexibility, reduce muscle tension, and speed up recovery. Gentle forearm stretches can help alleviate any muscle tightness. Just remember, it's not a competition. Stretch to the point of tension, not pain. Secondly, consider foam rolling. It's like a deep tissue massage for your muscles, breaking up knots and relieving tension. Just roll it over your forearms, applying a bit of pressure. It might feel a bit uncomfortable, but that's a good sign. It means it's working. And let's not forget about nutrition. Your muscles need fuel to repair and grow. Consuming protein-rich foods after a workout can support muscle recovery and growth. Don't underestimate the power of a good meal. Now, onto progress tracking. It's essential to know where you started to appreciate how far you've come. Measurements and photos can provide a visual representation of your progress. Keep a record of your forearm and wrist measurements and take periodic photos. You'll be amazed at the changes over time. Another effective method is strength benchmarks. Are you lifting heavier weights? Can you do more reps? These are clear indicators of improvement. Keep a workout journal to note these achievements. Remember, progress is not always linear. There might be days when you feel you're not moving forward, but don't get discouraged. It's all part of the journey. The key is consistency. Keep showing up, keep working those muscles, and the results will follow. Recovery and tracking, the unsung heroes of your fitness journey. Embrace them, and you'll be well on your way to achieving those bigger, stronger forearms and wrists that you've been working towards. Well done on taking the first step towards stronger forearms and wrists. Let's quickly recap what we've covered. We've dived into the anatomy of forearms and wrists, highlighting the muscles involved and their functions. We talked about the importance of a dynamic warm-up routine, targeting these specific muscles to enhance performance and prevent injury. We discussed the principle of progressive overload and how it applies to our forearm and wrist exercises, ensuring muscle growth. We've explored a wide range of exercises, emphasizing the importance of form and technique, and discussed the ideal repetition and set ranges for different fitness goals. We also touched on post-workout recovery strategies, including stretching, foam rolling, and proper nutrition, all crucial in supporting muscle growth and repair. Lastly, we emphasized the importance of tracking your progress, using measurements, photos, or strength benchmarks as a means of motivation and improvement monitoring. Remember, consistent effort and dedication are key, so keep pushing, keep growing, and soon you'll be flaunting those powerful forearms and wrists.